Well, the Aurelia Winter Festival did not go as we planned because, as you can see, the Solara's back in the shop and the Buick never really left the shop. Steven, are we going to Florida?
No.
No. No, we are not going to Florida. And why are we not going to Florida?
Because of that rookie guy that I told you about.
That's right, because you didn't even make it to the Derby, and I didn't even make it to the finals. The Buick had some issues. This morning, it would barely run. As soon as you put it in gear, it had no power and just died. I have no idea what's wrong with this because at Friday night at 10 o'clock, Steven and I were out here. This thing ran amazing. And we were going to load it, but we decided to leave it out of the snow for one night, and we're going to load it the next morning, and then it wouldn't run right. We spent an hour on it, cut our losses, left without it. So we are quite disappointed in this car. Mm-hmm. And then the Solara, we go to leave here. Solara runs amazing. Starts up, runs, drives amazing. Load on the trailer, runs amazing. Get to the Derby, it starts up fine when we get there. I just wanted to make sure the battery wasn't dead. Go in the ring, will not start. Will not start at all. It sounds horrible.
And you killed the battery.
And then I killed the battery. Yeah, that's right. I killed the battery because I was trying to start it, getting all upset.
Well, I'm not blaming you.
I know.
Shit. I thought it was only pulsing on one cylinder.
Yes. So we get this thing there. It ran great. We go to start it, get in the Derby. Car would not start. I killed the battery trying to start it, and I end up missing my heat. The promoter was actually pretty nice and let me go in the second heat. I ended up getting another Derby driver's battery booster, and we charged the battery for 20 minutes to make sure it was a good battery. He said something to me that was pretty awesome, guys. He said to me, I'd rather beat you in the ring than beat you in the pits. And that's a true Derby driver right there beside you. So shout out to, not sure what they're calling themselves these days, but the Taylor Derby team used to be their name. So, yeah. As you can see, there is some massive spark issues on this, and I'm not overly pleased with it. I thought it might be timing. We quickly threw a timing light on it. Timing is still mint. But this coil, this spark plug wire is sparking out whenever you touch it. This one over here, so number 2 is actually arcing around it. Here, move that down so there's no shadows. Which is weird though. Oh, there is a crack. There's like a tiny hairline crack on number 2.
Well, number 2 and 3, the coil pack's cracked.
Yep.
And then cylinder number, that'd be 1, right?
Yep.
Cylinder number 1, the actual boot where the spark plug goes into the coil pack, is arcing out.
Yeah, and so is number 4, I think. So I'm going to put 2 new coil packs on this.
And spark plugs, wires.
And spark plugs, wires. But what I find so weird is this thing wasn't giving us any issues. Maybe it got some water in it because it was
pretty wet. I don't think that was a problem cylinder.
Really? I thought that's the one it was.
I'm thinking that's the one that was pulsing. You gotta...
I can't even get it off with one hand. Try that, Steven. No, it's on the back side. The clip's on the other side.
Is it?
Yep.
No, it is.
2 of them are frontwards, 2 of them backwards. Don't know what that's about. But anyway, our trip to Severn was not that healthy. Overall, the Buick kind of walked away without getting a single scratch.
Well, we got it off. Can't see anything.
No, just looks fine.
I don't know.
I'll put new coil packs onto it. I got brand new ones I bought from Rock Auto. I think they're 18 or 26 bucks.
They look... Oh, there it is, right there. Maybe. I don't know.
Water got into it, maybe?
Yeah.
So spark is the issue on this one. So before this gets derbied next time, it will be getting coil packs, wires, plugs. I'm so sorry, transmission. I did so many neutral drops to you.
So many.
So many neutral drops. I had to put it in neutral, put my foot right to the floor, rev it up to pretty much valve float, and then just dump her in gear and hope that she would stay in there. So, transmission, I can't check your fluid because this is so bent. I just might give you some extra, I guess. I'm really sorry, transmission.
We try and fire that up for YouTube. Maybe someone could tell us what's wrong with it.
Nah.
No?
We found out what's wrong with it.
This.
Oh, this.
Yes.
Okay. Iron Duke, guys. I know there's quite a bit of you out there. This is a Iron Duke throttle body. At idle's half decent. When you put it in gear, just no power. We're thinking MAP sensor or mass air pressure sensor. MAP.
I don't know. There's that little module.
We haven't really looked at it too much.
Well, we were sort of running late.
Yeah. Is it new? When you put it in gear, it's got absolutely no power. But 2 days ago, it had all the power in the world. So that's the videos we're going to be coming up with here shortly. What on earth is wrong with the Buick? Or Oldsmobile? I get it. It's an Oldsmobile. I'm sorry, but Buick rolls off the tongue. So find out what in the world is wrong with the Buick. And then I guess general maintenance on a Toyota Camry Solara, because I guess I need coil spark plug wires and spark plugs. Kind of an upset, you know, you don't really want to go to a derby and do as bad as we did. But we did go there, and we did as bad as we did, so. The Buick will live for another day, which is okay. And the Camry will live to be another day. I couldn't even back it up the whole way, so probably throughout the week, if I'm not working some big hours, I'll come out here and do a little bit of work on this, try to figure out what it is, and before the next derby, you'll be getting some general maintenance and definitely a new battery, because that battery sucks. It's got all the power in the world and then nothing. And this one right here, we'll have to figure it out, because if we don't, we all know the fate of this car if we do not figure it out. I bought it for the motor, and if the motor doesn't run right, it's heading to the crusher.
Red line till it blows.
Red line till it blows. Actually, you guys probably just might try to talk us into red line till she blows, because
we had the header going cherry red. I bet you she was close.
we could have probably put marshmallows on that manifold.
Cook a steak.
Yep. It would have been a shame that we put quite a bit of time into it. And like I said, I did buy this thing just for the motor. So we'll have to see. But as it sits right now, the Buick's in the shop. Solara's back in the shop. Dodge is back in his parking spot. We're cold. We've been outside in an outdoor derby in the winter. It was in Canada. It wasn't that bad, but it was still pretty cold holding the camera.
Wet.
Just wet. Rained, snowed, then snowed some more. But, oh well. So that's how the derby went. I was kind of hoping for better, and I know a lot of you guys were hoping for better. But the one thing I do have to say is I had a couple people come up to me at the derby and shook my hand, told me it was nice to meet me, that they watch me on YouTube all the time. Always nice to see you guys at the derbies. Don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I'll always say hi back.
To that one guy that... Biggest fan on Facebook.
Biggest fan on Facebook, yeah, he says. And, you know, it's nice to see you again. I seen you there at the fall fair. And hopefully I'll see you again there later on this year. So thanks for watching, everybody. Not the best start to the year, but we did start the year in January.